Urban legends and terrifying myths of all kind seem to surface from all around the world as reports of strange, supernatural, paranormal and extraterrestrial accounts spread through a town or region like wildfire. Some of these urban legends tend to never leave the region in which they first began, whereas others might make national headlines all around the world in their appearance. So today, at Unexplained Mysteries, we will be covering 6 different urban legends that come from West Virginia and their strange tale. The Mothman Reports. Probably seen as one of the most influential and well-known urban legends surrounding the area of West Virginia is that of the elusive Mothman and the witness reports surrounding the creature along with its strange and accurate predictions. According to witness accounts, residents from the town of Point Pleasant had been receiving strange visitations from a creature that was described as having piercing red eyes, a large black silhouetted figure, odd moth-like wings, and stood at well over 7 feet tall. Its appearance and terrifying witness accounts were only one piece to the puzzle, however, as witnesses described the creature as having abilities of teleportation, manipulating power lines and high-voltage electricity, as well as frighteningly accurate knowledge of future events. According to the legends in the area, people were being visited by the Mothman, of whom would give them accurate information that came to impending tragedies. In fact, one man was even told to set up his camera and to focus the sight on the Silver Bridge, of which was a heavily used bridge in the town at the time. The man set up the camera down by the bay only moments before the bridge collapsed that day, capturing strange images of a large, shadowy creature with piercing red eyes sitting on top of the bridge, almost as if it was attempting to hold it together. Further investigations found that near where the creature was spotted, a large bolt for the bridge had snapped into 2 parts, which led to the bridge crashing down and becoming a national tragedy back in 1967. After the collapse of the Silver Bridge, it appeared that the Mothman was never seen in the region again. This has not prevented the town from forgetting the strange incident and the sightings that spanned over the years. And now located in the small town of Point Pleasant is a statue of an artist's recreation of the creature, along with a museum that worked to catalogue and detail the timeline of the events surrounding the creature. John Henry and the Railroad. Many might be familiar with the legend of John Henry and his challenge when it came to the construction of the railroad that would go on to help revolutionize the United States when it came to its industry, traveling costs, and trade goods. The story of John Henry is that of a steel-driving man that worked by hand, day and night, pounding in the steel drills that were used to make holes for the explosives that would blast the rock in constructing the many different railroad tunnels that carved through mountainside. According to the legend, John Henry was challenged by a man that claimed his steam-powered rock drilling machine could outperform any man and should be made the standard when it came to such work. In an effort to prove him wrong, John Henry took the challenge and raced against the machine with all his might, which ended in victory, but was quickly interrupted when John Henry died from exhaustion and his heart giving out shortly after. Though many originally believed the tale to be nothing more than myth and legend, it turns out that the very tunnel John Henry worked on exists in West Virginia and has been proven to be the site of which the contest originally was held. The tunnel is known as the Big Bend Tunnel in West Virginia and has a large ornamental plaque that celebrates the life of John Henry and what it means for humans to challenge automation for the sake of integrity. The Flatwoods Monster. Recently made popular once again due to the inclusion of the strange creature in a AAA video game title called Fallout 76, the Flatwoods Monster is more than just an enemy AI in a video game and is actually seen as one of the most terrifying and deadly monsters to exist in the region. Though many consider the creature to most likely be extraterrestrial in nature, there is no denying its strange otherworldly appearance and almost supernatural abilities. The legend surrounding the creature goes something as follows. At approximately 7:15 p.m. on the 12th of September back in 1952, 3 local boys claimed to see a bright object fly overhead and land on a neighbouring property. The boys then warned all the neighbours nearby, and were accompanied by a group of people including a nearby National Guardsman, and went to investigate the suspected location of the crashed object to piece together what had happened. When the group climbed up the large hill in the region, they saw in the distance a pulsating red light in the dense mountainside forest, only before being attacked by a strange creature that would soon be referred to as the Flatwoods Monster. Witnesses described the Flatwoods Monster as standing at approximately 10 feet tall, with a round, blood-red face, a large pointed hood-like head, eye-like shapes that emitted a greenish-orange light, and a dark black body that hovered above the ground. According to the witnesses and those in the region who reported seeing the creature, the Flatwoods Monster had the strange ability to instill a terrible sickness into anyone that saw it. Reports vary wildly, from some reporting that their throat and mouth began to swell up, similar to that of an allergic reaction upon breathing in a weird and unexplainable pungent mist surrounding the creature, whereas others claim that they began vomiting profusely and becoming disorientated at the sight of the creature alone. Not much more has been uncovered or explained about the creature since these sightings, but investigations have still been ongoing since the sighting back in 1952. An undiscovered breed of mountain lions. Back in the early 1900s, it was well known that the region was overly populated with a distinct breed of mountain lions known as the eastern cougar. Unfortunately, reports from 1930 found that the entire population of eastern cougars had become completely extinct and that no surviving populations existed in the region. This has not prevented many from reporting sightings of the extinct eastern cougar, with many gathering evidence of their sightings and even attacks in the region. It was once believed that the eastern cougar travelled all around the Appalachian Mountains and well into the regions of West Virginia, but to now even mention such a creature would lead to ridicule and public scrutiny. Though there are plenty of researchers who more than support the hypothesis of small surviving numbers of the eastern cougar, the majority of the scientific community scoff at the idea and ridicule the reports as nothing more than myth and urban legend. The story of Screaming Jenny. According to myths in the region of West Virginia, a terrible tale involving a caring woman and a tragic end seem to surface every year, told by people who claim to have come face to face with the ghost of Screaming Jenny. The story tells of a woman of whom never had much. She lived in a small storage shed located near the tracks of an old railroad that was rarely ever used. Oftentimes, even though Jenny did not have much, she was known for giving what she could to those around her and even caring and tending to those sick or wounded. One day, however, as she was eating her soup close to a fire in the shed, her gown caught a flame and she could not put it out. She quickly ran from her shed to the train station in the hopes that someone could help and crossed the tracks as her body soon engulfed in a fiery blaze. Her misfortune did not seem to end there, however, as the rarely used track was occupied by a fast-moving train coming in without a stop, which caused the train to slam into Jenny, ending her in an instant. It seems that according to the legend, her story does not end there. Every year, on the anniversary of her death, train conductors and other reputable sources claim that they can see and hear the screaming of Jenny in her last moments right at the bend where she supposedly passed away. The Grey Flats Ghost. If you have ever been in the region of the Grey Flats Forest near the town of Beckley, West Virginia, then you will surely know what people mean when they refer to the place as eerie and haunted. According to the local legends, the most haunted part of the forest is located at an old farm right near the south end of the flats. Although people in the region believe an old mysterious murder to have occurred there, witness accounts of a group of friends encountering a strange creature seem to expand on the creepiness of the region. According to a group of friends that were hiking in the region a few years ago, as they approached the old farm on the south end of the forest, they noticed a strange figure in the distance that appeared to be a man wearing a long trench coat and a wide-brimmed hat. As they stood watching, the figure got much closer, revealing to be a strange black shadowy figure with no depth other than its darkened silhouette. One of the friends began to panic and had what appeared to be an asthma attack, and quickly got out of the area and carried their friend away from the creature. As they made some distance away, They realised their friend was not having an asthma attack, but appeared to have had an unexplainable allergic reaction to the creature when it approached. Although the event could not be accurately explained, it seemed to share odd similarities with other myths and creatures in the region. The strange shadow creature then gained the moniker of the Grey Flats Ghost. But what do you all think of these strange and almost supernatural urban legends floating around the area of West Virginia? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.